where we left off last time was you guys finished up White Plume Mountain. You saved the day. You got a bunch of treasure. God, you guys are rich, man. I think some of you guys have upwards of like 11, 12,000 gold. It's like crazy.
What?
Yeah, seriously. So you guys made it back to Oakhurst, and you've had also remember you found a deck of many things. So that could change the game in a hurry. And if you guys decide to take that chance, I'm just forewarning you now. Those cards, once you pull a card, that's it. That is going to happen. So if you summon the Balor's going to appear. If you get the 75,000 experience card, you'll probably go up a couple of levels. You know, if you have all of your gear disappear, you're not going to be in good shape. So, forewarning, if you pull the cards, I've had one deck of many things before, and it went south really quick, but we all got together and talked about it and made it go away. But I'm not going to do that this time. I want to let the cards, no pun intended, I want to let the cards fall where they may. So
drawers beware.
Drawers beware. Exactly. You could get lucky like Wormfood did.
You could stop convincing me. I totally want to pull. So.
Worm pulled one card and one card only, and he got like 3 levels from that one card.
I remember watching Thay. Oh, that poor card she pulled.
They just kept pulling poor card after poor card, and she was, and if you go to another plane, you're going to be stuck there. You may end up losing your character. So, just like I said, take that into consideration, everybody. So we're starting part 5, Dead in Thay. You guys are already on part 5, even though we didn't do the Shrine of Tomoe-chan. That's not my favorite adventure. I'm a history major, and I love Aztec lore. I love Mayan lore. But I just didn't like the way it was presented. Even back in the 80s when I read this module, I just didn't like it. So that's why we decided to skip over and get a White Plume Mountain. So anyway, you guys have, got back the 4 items that you were supposed to get by anybody remember the name of the benefactor?
Everybody.
Everybody. I think everybody.
Find my Shitakis.
Yep, that's it. Find my
Hynd.
That's it. I love it. So you guys are back in Oakhurst. You've had 30 days pretty much before you're back in Oakhurst. So we'll kind of go right on down the line. Garkin, what
that's short for
what's
PMS.
That?
PMS.
Oh yeah, I never. I don't even think we even discussed that, did we? That's good though. I like that. Garkin, what did you do for 30 days, bud?
Did some shopping and a whole lot of praying and working with some blacksmith stuff.
Nice.
Kind of boring, getting ready to fight again.
Yeah, you've been working with Rurok in Oakhurst. So I'm going to put I know you wanted the Sunblade, so you bought the Sunblade. That's a pretty nice item there. Let's see, longsword. There it is, a Sunblade. It is identified, and I've also went ahead and equipped it for you, so it should show up on your. Wow, look at that, +10. That is so sweet. Welcome to level 9, man. Okay, so you wanted a Sunblade, and you wanted a shield +1, right?
That's right.
And you already deducted the money from your inventory and stuff like that, right?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, go ahead and do that. That was like 5,500 or something like that.
Yep.
All right. So you go ahead and do that. I'll take the shield off. I'll add the shield +1. There you go. You are good to go. Your AC should adjust automatically. Do you have anything that you wanted to sell? I mean, if you have anything, like I see you got a bunch of like javelin stuff, like anything you can sell. Seeing that you're, you could sell all that stuff for full price back to the Huckrells here. They told you that they'd always give you a full price. Now, as for, I know you wanted to sell Shatter Spike and you wanted to unattune it. I think you have to attune the Sunblade, if I'm not mistaken, or do you not? Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. You're only allowed 3 attuned items, right?
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
So unattune Shatter Spike, and I'll sell it unless, of course, Z's or somebody else in the party wants it.
All right. So let's see. Shatter Spike. Shatter Spike, actually, you'll get, let's see, +1. It's uncommon. I'll give you 500 for it.
All right.
Pretty, it's not rare or anything like that, so the Huckrells will buy that, and then you can just delete that off your sheet. Now, as for your blacksmithing, you can go ahead and add on the tools for blacksmithing. They should be in the Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I think it's a more robust tool set than what was in the original Player's Handbook. So, plus you've been, like I said, working with Rurok, forging all of the weapons for the militia that they're building and stuff. So, all right, we'll go next to Elias. What did you want to do for your 30 days?
Well, it all depends on what card I
pull a card
pull.
a day. Pull a card every day. Well, that's with that is between you and Dag, because you guys gave the deck to
yeah. He's
to
the responsible
Gretch.
one, I know.
He's the voice of reason.
Ha!
Well, actually, there's like 3 voices of reason,
And then me, yeah.
You and Zeus. There's a dragon, especially if there were dragon pictures on everyone's Zeus. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I would have brought it up to the whole group that I'm very, very interested in tempting fate, and
Yeah.
We can play 22 card pickup.
I don't know about 22 cards.
Well, you can,
But-
like I said, you can pull a card if you want to. I mean, it's the deck that has every single card in it. So
Before we go pulling these cards, my mind is kind of drawn. I have in my possession a dagger, and I'm overcome. I've been on this quest to find this thing for a very long time. So the deck kind of takes a passive place for me at the moment. I need to find an answer to it, what this dagger what it is, because I don't know. So at this point, I'm going to hand the deck. I'm going to take it out of my pack. I'm going to hand it to Garkin. I'm going to say, I know you are the most level-headed of us. Take this from me. Guard it. I have to find out about this dagger. I'll be back, but I need somebody to guard me while I do. I'm going to be gone for at least a half an hour.
Then I will do that.
I need somebody to guard me while I'm under, because I won't be present for at least a half an hour.
All right.
hey, everybody, what's up, everybody out there in chat?
As this happens, we need to go to some place a little bit quieter and away from public eyes. So we have a room.
Sure. Yeah, you guys have your. That's another thing. You guys have your property and you've been building, and I know that Barlin wanted to add some extra rooms on there, and you guys can do that as well. And then over time, we can also do some different bonuses for like crafting in your castle and stuff like that. So, but we'll come to that as we get to that point.
Okay, so as far as the building goes, I should ask that too. At this point, where are they at in the building process?
Some of it's already done. But like the foundation's up and the walls are up. I'd probably even say maybe even the ceiling would be up. It's just kind of building on all of the other features and putting everything inside and separating all the rooms and stuff like that. But let's before we get to you though, Dag, let's get back to Elias and what did you do during your downtime days? Was there anything? Are you really trying to pull a card? I mean,
yes.
Okay,
Honestly,
all right. So that would be
no
between you and Dag
joke.
and everybody else. So yeah, that's cool. You can do that if you want to. So
I mean, any voice that objects to me pulling the card, tell me and plead your case. But
while I don't, it's not my primary focus. Dave, do I know anything about this deck?
Oh yeah, especially being one with Magic. Yeah, you definitely know that this deck, has every single card in it. They're all made of ivory, and that most decks only have 13 cards. But this is one of the very rare decks that has 22. You also know that before anybody draws a card, they got to declare how many cards they intend to draw. And then, of course, it's totally random. And the cards that you get, they have different effects. Some can be good, some can be bad. Some may have no effects at all at the present time and may happen later on. But I also know that once a card or cards are drawn, that they will fade from existence. That there's a couple of special cards, the Fool and the Jester. Those cards can actually reappear. So, but that this can be pretty dangerous.
So I know the nature of some of the cards, right?
Good and bad. Yeah, some can bring you great wealth. Some can take all of your wealth away. Some can make you more experienced. You can, out of character, you can lose ability scores. So you could lose some of your inner fortitude. You could gain fortitude. You can become as smart as a plant. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that can happen.
So in character, how much of this does Elias know?
Everything
Absolutely.
that I've told you. Everything that I've told you.
Yeah, I guess
So,
whatever's common.
It just depends on what you tell Elias.
I want to caution him against drawing cards too hastily. Elias, I understand your desire to draw. If you're going to do this, be smart
He's
about
got
it.
fervor to draw, that's for sure.
Be careful what you wish for. If you want to draw, I recommend, if you have any items on you that you're bound to, remove them and give them to someone else.
Of course.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I think they'll still right.
Oh,
If it's attuned, right? If I have to unattune.
anything that any of your wealth will disappear. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
If
there's
you
one
put
that
it
you
on other people or whatever, yeah, you'll lose it.
So if I gave it to somebody else, if it's no longer mine, that's metagaming.
Well, yeah, if you tried to shovel your stuff off to say, hold this for me until I draw a card. Oh yeah, you'll still lose it though.
Gotcha. In that case, all I do is caution you heavily
Well, I
against
probably
it.
shouldn't have told you, but yeah, I shouldn't have probably told you that, but
Elias, proceed at your own risk. I take 3 steps back and move towards a room.
I mean, there's also the option.
I'd like to leave for
selling it.
Waterdeep before you pull a card.
Actually,
I can't return to Waterdeep, so
I want
Actually-
to go to like the next county as well.
Actually, Dave, I do want to sit down and watch because I have this very bad itching curiosity. The dagger I know has to wait for a second, but I just got to know if he's going to pull a card and if he does, what it is.
yeah.
what if I was to say I wanted to pull 2 cards?
Well, you could pull 19 if you wanted to.
I don't know about that.
For the law of averages, everything's just kind of balanced out. You know?
I'm just saying, I've had not such great luck inside, within our little adventures. Lady Luck has to shine her fortune on me at some point. I believe this is the point. This is the moment.
Should we establish where everybody is before he draws, or are we going to assume everybody's together?
Well, yeah, I would assume this will probably go on before everybody kind of split and went their own separate ways for the 30 days.
Yep.
Yeah, Elias is too interested in this deck to just let it just disappear for 30 days.
I'm gonna cast Leomund's tiny hut and get inside of it.
Hey, that would be pretty cool.
I mean,
That would be
you guys
pretty
want to
cool
leave?
to do that inside of Leomund's hut.
Oh.
Right.
Could be, yeah. But yeah, I just want to, I don't want to sneak it or anything like that. I'm straightforward with you guys. If you guys would rather sell it, you'd rather do something else with it, I'm open for it. But if we're gonna keep it, hey, I want to draw.
It'll make him heartbroken if you sell that deck.
I'll understand. I'll at least have some gold.
I would like to try something interesting. I mean, as long as we don't use all the cards, I've got a couple of ideas. If Barlin's interested, I think we can make a fair amount of coin.
No, I'm all ears.
Go to Waterdeep once we're done. I mean, obviously, let everybody draw cards it wants to draw. But we can take the cards to Waterdeep. And do you have Minor Illusion on you? Yeah.
What do I have?
Because I was thinking we could go hit up the Rich District in Waterdeep and sell off cards.
I've got prestidigitation I can do.
I have a question. How do you sell off cards? Do you have to know what the card is to do it? In that case, is that
Nope.
a draw of the card, or is it just a random buy this?
What I'm thinking is we go to Waterdeep to the Rich District. We walk in there. People obviously know what this is or have heard about it. We just walk into like a bar or something and start lay the deck out on the table and say anybody wants to draw. It's 10,000 gold to draw. Anybody wants it? I mean, we obviously use Barlin to create what looks like a full deck. And when somebody draws, tell them, look, and it's the honest truth. Look, if you draw a card, it could have some effects now, or it may not have effects for years, or it may never have an effect at all. You won't know until you draw.
So jackass D&D style is what we're gonna do.
Kind of, sort of. But we get to draw first because, of course, we possess the deck.
Nice knowing you guys. We might not even get started.
Well, I mean, is anyone else planning on drawing?
If you're going to go ahead and go ahead.
I'm gonna go. I'll draw. If no one's gonna stop me, I'll draw. I will draw. Damn, should I do two? Should I risk it? Nah. Yeah, I'll draw two.
All right.
A wry smile
So is
crosses
everyone
DeGretch's face.
there? I guess everyone is there then, right? As you pull a couple of cards out of the deck.
I give time for anybody.
Day versus death. Huh?
Yeah, if anybody wants to leave, you're welcome to leave. I'm not gonna.
I'm going to walk in. Are we inside of an inn right now? Or are we just in the street?
Are we not at our place?
Do you want to do the roll, or do you want me to do the roll for you?
I'll let you roll.
All right.
I'm going to find a nice little spot about 30 feet away.
Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this off the visual, so you guys don't see which cards are coming out of the deck, so you guys can't say, oh, you've already got this card, etc., etc. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna roll. So all right.
Good thing is, if I pull through the bad ones, it might increase the value for you guys later.
Not if you disappear.
Well, that's called a side adventure.
Right.
Or a character reroll.
Level 139 in the abyss.
Okay. Okay. I've got your 2 cards that you declared that you were pulling from the deck. And I guess everybody is kind of standing around, kind of looking to see what's going on.
Oh no, I'm 30 feet off, sitting down with a smile on my face, watching this whole thing take place.
All right.
Does he draw them and then flip them one at a time, or how's this going?
I could hear Z's. Pull
Well,
dragons.
he's got both the cards in his hand, and let's see. Let me show you what.
Let's see,
Skin
let's see
melts
what's
off his
wrong.
face.
Hey Zeus, why don't you come sit over here by me, okay?
Too much fun here.
All right.
All right.
So here is the first card that you pulled. I'm going to give this just to you. Well, is everybody around? So you put the card down on a table, or
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, I'll flip. Whoever's around it can still see it. I'll flip it for them.
So this is the first card
Wow.
that you see. Okay. And
Okay.
as you draw that card, you set it down on the table. All of a sudden, where are you at, by the way? Are you outside? Are you in a tavern? Are you in the old boar?
I thought we were at our.
Are you
thought we
at
were
the
at-
castle?
Yeah, that's where I thought we were at, right?
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. So, all of a sudden, charging into the room to where you are at, all of a sudden you hear a "Ho ho! I'm here to serve you, my lord!" And a very chivalrous-looking knight charges into the room, and he goes down on one knee, drives a sword into the floor, and then puts his forehead on the hilt of the sword, and he says, "I am here to serve you, my lord." He is the same race as you, Elias. He's a human. He says, "I will serve you loyal until my death, my lord." I don't know what it is, but it just seems that I have been drawn to you for some strange reason.
Never understood this card. Well, the rest of my companions, who you will fight alongside with. Your name, sir?
Cheers.
My name is Sir Barfin.
Sir Parfin. Welcome, Sir Parfin.
DeGresh is falling over laughing at this point.
And
Just
thank
cracks
you,
a
my
lot.
lord, for summoning me to your aid. I will not let you down, my lord. Would you like something to drink or something to eat? May I go grab you something from the pantry?
No, that's I'm good, sir. Thank you, Sir Barfin.
What's the cat race?
The cat race, sir?
Yeah, you call him Sir Pounce a lot.
Yeah, dude. My name is like Sir Barfin. That's gonna be his voice right there.
Oh, joy.
Yes, my name is Sir Barfin, dude, and I'm here to serve you until I take something through my heart and it kills me. Surf's up, dude.
Well,
Sir Barfin.
that won't happen.
Sir Barfin, hell yes.
Welcome, Sir Barfin.
It's the Dagger Warrior.
And he says, "I will just take my leave, sir." And he goes to the corner of the room and he just kind of sits down.
Get ready.
sulks
We'll
to-
probably make a trip somewhere.
Get ready with
shopping.
this next card that I'm fixing to put down onto the
Crap.
onto the table.
Yep.
Wow. I think this may get a little interesting now. So, As you have the second card in your hands, and you are, you're super nervous about putting this down onto the table, and as you do, it is the picture of a throne, and all of a sudden you feel this sensation come over you to where you feel like you can probably talk your way out of anything. So basically, speaking out of character, with the throne card, you will now have proficiency in the persuasion skill, and you also get to double your proficiency bonus on checks made with persuasion. And
That'll come in handy.
And your knight, he stands up and he says, "Oh, message for you, sir," as he just whisks this scroll. You know, as he comes over and he goes, "Oh, I almost forgot, my lord." Now he says, "Oh, dude, I totally forgot, my lord. You have this as well." And he starts reaching down into his breastplate, and he pulls out this piece of parchment that's rolled up. And he says, "Sir, this is your rightful ownership of your small keep that you own as well."
Oh,
dude,
that's where I misplaced it.
Dude, it is like a rad little keep, brah. And that's actually where I'm kind of from, that area, you know. And so here's your keep, my lord. I don't know why I have that on me. It just all of a sudden, dude, it just like totally appeared. So, speaking out of character with the throne card, not only do you get proficiency with the persuasion skill, you also double your proficiency bonus on any checks that you make with persuasion. And you now also own a small keep somewhere in the world.
Somewhere.
Yes, but then
Awesome.
There's just one more thing, my lord. Your keep, it has kind of been overrun by a bunch of like really evil monsters and stuff. So if you want to get your house back, my lord, you're going to have to clear that thing out and claim the keep as your own again.
And how far away is it?
It's somewhere here, wherever you decide, my lord.
Oh, okay. So it's over there. All right.
Dude, bro, it's right there. It's not going anywhere. The monsters aren't either until you clear them out.
All right. Well, I mean, that's something we'll relay to the group. We have a little bit of rest, so we'll discuss that later on.
Yeah.
But thank you, Sir Barfin.
You're welcome, my lord. Yeah, I serve you until my death. And then he gets down on his knee again and drives a sword into the floor again. Oh yeah, he's totally dedicated
stop
to
marking
you.
the floor.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. He's totally got a man crush on Elias. So, speaking out of character, dude, you just got lucky as hell pulling those two cards.
There's no way in hell I'm pulling a card now.
You just got lucky as hell.
Wow.
So now you got to
great.
keep. You got a keep full of monsters, and you also have a like
Sir
a
Barfin.
squire, yeah, Sir Barfin. Dude, thanks
my
so
own
much
tank.
for summoning me, my lord. And he's gonna be like clicking coconuts behind you, and he's gonna be carrying your
Patsy.
banner, or whatever your banner is, whatever symbol you have on your banner.
I will
and stuff.
design a banner that he will carry. Yes, sir.
Quick. Kill that rabbit.
The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
So you guys have seen the good fortunes of this
Wow.
deck.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go shopping later.
What say you, adventurers? Yeah, and anytime if you want to get any items or anything, Elias, just let me know, and we'll.
Yeah.
Well,
It
this
was
is during your,
determined. It was based on whatever would happen here. Because if I
Well,
was,
do you already have your items that you want?
not quite yet. I'll go through everybody else. I'll type it up.
DeGretch, what about you? As you just saw him pull two cards What are you doing during your 30 days of downtime? I know that you wanted to get with Garkin and do your ritual, right?
First, I look.
Zevia just
First-
said, starting out with all the good cards is never good.
Noted. The first thing after seeing that, I shake my head and go, I may be chaotic evil, but I'm not chaotic stupid, and I'm not going to draw a card.
There are a lot of good cards in this deck, though.
At least
so.
not right now. I may decide at some point down the road to draw a card, but right now,
Yeah. And both of those cards, they just whisk away and turn into dust and just kind of floats off the table, disappears.
At this point, my focus is centered on the dagger in my possession. I take my leave. I tap Garkin on the shoulder and say, I need somebody. Could you come guard while I take care of this?
Dude, speaking about taking a leave, my lord, do you mind if I go and drain the main vein out back of the castle real quick, my lord?
You don't have to ask. You can totally go do that.
Okay.
Hey, Elias, you sure you don't want to go supervise?
Absolutely, Dag.
I'm sure I don't.
Thanks for the
I'm
follows,
gonna
guys.
pop up to a room. If you want to watch, that's fine. It's up to you. I just gotta get this taken care of. I kneel down on the floor, pull out my pack, and pull out the dagger. I whip my tail around in front of me and set the. After I pull a journal out, I set the journal, my uncle's journal, actually my dad's journal, on top of my tail.
Dude, did you see he's got a tail, bro?
I do have a tail.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just goofing around.
And Sir Barfin, careful, this tail hits hard too.
Dude, I bet.
I open the book and pull out a white mask in the shape of a skull. Slide it onto my face. As I fasten it on, it seems to adhere almost like a war paint over all of over my facial structure, over the horns on my head, turning a bright white. At that moment, I kind of slump. I'm in a haze. I'm not responsive. I'm holding the dagger in my hand. At that point, I can hear a voice in my head. It's a deep, soothing voice. I am horrible at voicing, so you'll have to just kind of imagine with me. I see images flashing before my eyes, and this voice resonates behind it. Thank you for reuniting me with my mask, mortal. As a gift, I will aid you when you go into battle. Should you slay any creature with me, I will absorb their soul. Upon your next attack with me, I will release their soul, dealing necrotic damage to your target and temporarily driving them mad. If you succeed in killing them with this attack, I will absorb their soul as well and grow even more powerful. If you fail to kill them, though, the soul released is not recaptured and is instead lost. A word of caution. It has been ages since I have last tasted a soul. I now task you with keeping me well fed. Should you fail to feed me once a week, I will have no choice but to feed on you. Now go, mortal. Feed me.
Feed me,
For-
Seymour. Feed me.
Damn.
Out of character, Soul Seed is a +3 dagger to anyone who can look at it or try and ascertain its value. If I'm not wearing the mask at the time, it will be just a +3 dagger from me. However, wearing the dagger, this Soul Seed is a sentient weapon, has intelligence of 14, charisma of 18, and wisdom of 10. Generally a passive personality until it wants fed. It desires to see me succeed, obviously, because it wants to stay well fed. If it's not fed for a week, it will take 1d6 of life away from me, which can't be healed until it feeds on another soul. The dagger itself, upon killing a creature, as long as the mask is on, their soul's captured. On my next attack, my dagger does an additional 3d6 damage, should it hit. If it results in another kill, the additional soul is also captured, and the following attack damage is increased by an additional d6. This continues until the dagger attack either misses or the damage output doesn't kill the target. Now, if I miss, the damage is still there until it hits. But if at some point I fail, if I hit and it doesn't kill it, then it expends all of its charges. I have to start all over again.
The one thing that with your ritual, the one thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find a great source of power that will basically bind the mask and the dagger together, even though they are. But to actually fully benefit from all of the power, you're going to need to find some great source of power to kind of jumpstart it, if you know what I mean.
I'll find that in Waterdeep, won't I?
No, you try to, but you can't. It's something that even the mages at the mages tower and you know the archmage there at the adventurers vault, they say that they don't have any kind of source of power that can actually activate it. Not in Waterdeep.
Do they have an idea where I can go to find it?
You will need to find the power of some great, and this is a. I guess you kind of see like a fortune teller, and he has this envision of this great, powerful phylactery that is basically powered by the undead. And during this audience that you're having with this fortune teller, this fortune teller tells you that in his visions he has seen a great and powerful lich, and you'll need to destroy the lich to activate the mask, which will then in turn activate the dagger.
Do I recognize this lich?
Give me a history check.
In the tower?
Yes. Yes. You
It is
you are described. You think it's Zastam.
Is he the one that destroyed my homestead?
No. Zastam is the lich of all liches, well, almost the lich of all liches, that has taken over the lands of Thay, far to the east.
Okay.
Nice tag.
Basically all of the Thayans, the red wizards, he's basically taken over their lands, and now they are all under his control, and his armies of the undead has basically infiltrated the lands of Thay. So the red wizards are in trouble, but this is where the bone mask has come from, and then of course the dagger was created from the mask.
So for the purposes from here right now, out of character, it's just a +3 dagger.
Yes.
Okay.
And in fact, honestly, it is, but it's not, because you have to basically unite the powers of the two to become one, to get all of the benefits and stuff.
Wonder Twin powers?
Activate. Yeah, you have an item of great power in your possession. You just have to unleash it first.
Okay.
Zastam. Uh-oh. I'm sure you're not happy to hear that.
Oh no. I'm fine. I need to notate that though.
So are there any items that you're buying or selling or anything like that during this period of time, Dag?
I will be going to. I'm not sure if it's Waterdeep or if it's going to be Neverwinter. Although Waterdeep's closer, isn't it?
From where you're at, yes. Baldur's Gate's far to the south.
Okay, I'll just go to Waterdeep. We had spoken before. This is I'll probably be doing this solo, so the rest of the party doesn't really know this. But I had mentioned before, way back, that after our last adventure, I was going to get Jot a little robe and a bag of holding, And I did take that out of my gold, so it's not there. I did not put that back. So I got him a bag of holding
Hey,
and
Catfish, good to
a
see you, man. Long
little set of
time.
robes. I was gonna, over the course of one night, sew the
Good
bag
to
of
see you,
holding
buddy.
into the robe and give it to him.
Sure.
He
I
looks at me
remember-
with a funny. He looks at
I
me with a funny
remember
look
that.
on his face. Says, I know what you're doing with this. Yes, yes, you do.
You're gonna
And
full of Mount Houghton now burgers for him.
he is. And I told him he can just do whatever he wants, take whatever he wants, as long as he thinks it's shiny.
Yeah. You find a bag. Bag of holdings. They're pretty common anyway. So yeah, you can buy one. Have it stitched into a robe for him.
I am curious though. The robes that I have, those they don't have to be attuned to me, do they?
Your magic robes.
+1.
No, those are not attunable. No, but you
I'm
can only have
looking to
3 attunable items on you.
Right, I've got 2 right now. I've got the Pearl of Power and the Pre-Apt Wound Closure. I was looking to see if we happen to have a ring that will increase my AC.
A ring of protection. Yeah, you can buy one. I think they're pretty expensive though. Yeah, it's been a long time, Catfish. Good to see
Trying
you.
to recall the price.
I think a +1's rare, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it'd be about 5,000, if I'm not mistaken. But I
For a
mean,
+1.
you've got. I think the ring of protection only is +1, so. So I'll let you look for that, Dag, and we'll go to Barlin. You wanted to get a couple of items. Did you add and subtract those off, or?
Well, I haven't changed the gold yet because I wanted to make sure the items were available. Before I leave town, I
as long
wanted
as
to.
yeah, as long as they're available, as long as you just don't, they'd be available from like one of the adventurers' vaults in Waterdeep. So as long as you don't go over like 3 attuned items, yeah, I mean you can even have
that's
more
cool.
attunable items on you, but you can only have 3 of them attuned to you at one time. So
Yeah, I'm going to give the instructions for the 2,000 gold upgrade to our little place to the Herkel family before I leave and go into town to Waterdeep.
yeah, you're wanting to do some renovations to the castle, right?
Correct.
We'll have
And,
to make a character sheet or something for the castle.
That's cool. Yeah. And then I'm going to go into the the little trinket shop with the list of the magic items that I sent you that I wanted, so they can get them all together. And then I'm going to go spend a week in several of the libraries in Waterdeep to do some more studies on the Great Old One. And then when I'm done there, I'm going to swing back by and pick up these.
Yeah, you can find any of the items that you want. And you wanted to sell a couple too, right?
Yeah, I was going to sell the Goggles of Night, which is an uncommon item, and the Ring of Spell Storing, which is a rare item.
So you get full price for the uncommon, which is what, 500.
Correct.
Yeah. So let's see. He'll offer 2,500 for the rare. So let's see if you can kind of bargain your way up a little bit to. He says, I don't know if this is going to sell, but I'll offer you 2,500 for it. Hey, good luck trying to find anybody else trying to buy that thing. Why don't you give me a persuasion check, and then I'll give a check as well. Have a roll off. Takes a little bit of persuasion, but he does actually come up on the price a little bit. He says he'll give you 4,000 instead of 2,500. He says
Sounds like a good deal.
that will be his final offer. It was a close contest, but you won it. So it took a. He says you drive a hard bargain, but he does give you 4,000, and he gives you 4,000 however you want it, gems or gold.
I'll just
platinum,
take it all in gems. And do you want me to give you this list of the items that I wanted to buy so you can pull them over for me?
Yeah, just put them in chat, and then I'll move them over as we go to
Fantasy
these.
Grounds or Discord?
You can do it in Fantasy Grounds.
Right. And then I would like to. I mean, when I was doing my research in the library, did I get any more information on the Great Old Ones and the extraplanar?
Not as of yet.
Okay, and then I would like to on the way back to home. I would like to, swing through Blasingdale to talk to the two people we rescued from the Dwarven, the second campaign that we did, just to say hi to those guys.
Yeah, the two little halflings. Yeah, that's a sort of like a shire type of farmstead. Lots of farmsteads and a lot of crops and stuff like that. But yeah, you do find them, and they of course they have a sort of like a party in your honor. Lots of food, lots of drink, and you're actually you're rewarded a little bit, and plus they weren't super rich anyway. You know what I mean? So you do get a couple of items, and let's see what do you get, and this is for the entire party actually. All right, so they give you a potion of healing, and do you want me to put that into the party sheet, or do you want me to put that into the?
Yeah, just put it in the party sheet.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's nice that there's nothing else in the party sheet since that was all cleaned out last time. All right, so there's the potion that's in there, and we'll also let's see. There is a scroll of detect thoughts that has also been given to you, and that's pretty much what they can afford to give you, because they didn't have a lot of money anyway. And of course, they take care of you and feed you and house you and all that other good stuff. So
yeah, I ask them if there's anything that they need for me to do, like any amount of healing or anything like that from anybody, or some restorative magic that they could use.
Yeah, you do just common things. They bring you some pigs, some goats, stuff like that. I knew you'd like that.
That's awesome.
All right, so I'm going to start putting just take the money off of your sheet, and I'll start putting all of these items on your sheet. Zeus, what did you do during your 30 days?
Can I just have a few more minutes?
Sure. Yeah.
For a second, I'm just trying to look at mounts.
Yeah, not a problem. How about we'll go back to Elias? Did you figure out what you wanted, Elias?
Two items that I actually. I don't know if I was pushing. Two items. First one, I don't know. This one's very rare, so I doubted. The Cloak of Arachnida.
Very rare is what? 50,000? I think. I think very rare is 50,000 gold. So
50. Okay, so that's a little. I'm not paying that much.
maybe you could pool your money together. Question.
No, I'm okay. I don't want to go. No, I have a keep. I have to keep up, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into debt. What about braces of defense? They're rare. I don't know how much they run for.
5,000.
All right, definitely would like braces of defense, and then yeah, we don't have any mounts, do we?
Yeah, you guys have access
Yeah,
to
we
mounts
have
from
those.
Ochre, so
Okay. Yeah, if we have access to it, it's fine. Yeah, braces of defense would be the only thing right now. I need to up my AC so I can stop dying or almost dying.
all right. Let's see. Put those into the chat and then deduct the money. And then let's see the last one for you there. Barlin is the hat of disguise.
Beyond just the shopping, I was, having some fun. And seeing how good of a wingman Sir Barfin is.
Dude, I'm here to serve, brah. All right, so type those into the chat there, Elias, and then Zeus. Are you ready yet?
Yeah.
All right, so what are you doing during your 30 days?
I would like to, during the day, I'm going to sleep a few hours because I don't like the sun. During the night, I'd like to go out into the countryside and try and find myself a giant weasel mount.
A giant weasel mount.
Yep.
That would be pretty cool. You know what? I'll entertain that.
If not, maybe a giant rat or something more my size. So that would be on a huge horse, like look kind of ridiculous.
Actually, you would still have connections with like the kobold black market. So of course there are plenty of kobolds around anyway, and you knew about this in the Oakhurst area, stemming back all the way back to the beginning of the Sunless Citadel when you actually met everyone. So I will entertain that, and yeah, if you want a giant weasel or a giant rat, sure, you can find
or even a
like
spider.
that. A giant spider, you can find that too. Of course, it won't be a combative mount, to where it won't get attacks and all that other stuff.
A weasel will be fine then.
Okay, let's go with you can find one for 50 gold for a big giant weasel mount.
Okay.
And that's expensive, of course, for a mount. Of course, that's pretty expensive. But yeah, with a saddle, all that stuff, saddlebags, it'll cost you 100 gold. 50 and 50, which is nothing for a man of your stature. You're probably one of the richest kobolds in the lands of Faerun anyway, so you see all that gold you got? You got some gold,
yeah,
bud.
thanks. For stuff that we want to sell, is that what we're putting into the thing, or what do you want?
Yeah, if it's common equipment, like regular.
I want to get rid of my battle axe +1 and my ring of jumping.
I think they'll give you 500 for the +1, and the ring of jumping. What is that? Is that a common, uncommon?
It's just an uncommon item.
Okay, they'll give you 1,000 for both. And then if you want to sell any other stuff that you have, like regular weapons, armor, anything like that, they'll give you full price for that too. And then just delete it off of your sheet and add the money on.
And I did want to buy 2 items, or get like lists so somebody can go get them because
just
and all that.
well, I mean, Waterdeep is
Cobalt
a very
Black Market, you said, right?
well, Cobalt Black Market, but you'd pay a lot more from them. But if you go to Waterdeep, kobolds are welcome in Waterdeep. I mean, Waterdeep is it's a melting pot of it's the exception to all of the cities. As long as you have money, you're welcome in Waterdeep, pretty much. So whatever you want to find in Waterdeep, you can find it as long as you got the money for it.
Okay. And I just typed that items in the chat?
Yep. Rares are 5,000, and commons and uncommons are what? 500 or something like that.
Okay. And just the rest of the time, I'm just going to be making a den and trying to make like you play a statue of a dragon. And,
Oh, in the castle? Over in
Yeah.
your guys' castle on your